So now we're going to move on to another segment that we are introducing moving forward. It's a little segment that we like to call Back to Formula. Now, for those who don't know,
Back to Formula.
The first Spider-Man movie, the Tobey Maguire, William Dafoe universe, gave us a lifetime of internet memes. Y'all know the biggest one. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself, right? But there's a couple other ones that we really enjoyed. Another one that, of course, is a Norman Osborn original, the Back to Formula, right, that he uses. And we decided to name this segment in honor of that, of certain announcements and things that came out where it's like, this did not, y'all weren't ready for this to hit the worldwide. This needed to kind of go back and figure it out all over. Yeah, this needed a little bit more time to be ready for consumption. And y'all got to go back to formula. So we got a couple things on the docket that got to go back to formula tonight. First one being, we're kind of going to circle back a little bit to one of the earlier topics, but let's talk about these PC releases, man. How many more times are we going to get a PC release that's dead on the water the day it releases? Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2 right now is an almost unplayable state, depending on the copy you bought. Why? Fellas, tell us, why do we keep getting these, well, we'll fix it in post, PC releases?
I feel like the studio that they purchased to do the transfers, I feel like, all right, first of all, I feel like more resources need to be poured into them, so that way these ports are up to par. And also, I do feel like, to give them extra room to actually grow, they need to drop the same day the game comes out.
Or not,
because I kind of feel like the momentum. Yeah, because I kind of feel like the momentum is kind of weird to me. It's like, okay, we've already had Spider-Man 2 for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here's a PC update
with nothing new.
Okay.
And it don't work.
I mean, I'm happy for the people on PC who want to play it. But I do feel like if you truly bought this studio to tap into that market, it needs to release the same day. Because think about it. Imagine, like I said, the social media elements. Imagine the reels about, oh, this is how it is on my PS5 Pro compared to my whatever PC, and the specs and the changes and or the web slinging frames per second, all that good stuff. Now, no, it may sound minuscule to somebody, but there's a lot of people who take that seriously,
especially the PC players.
So I just kind of feel like, when it comes to ports, it's always just a hand-me-down that I'm like, oh yeah, just buy it, but we'll fix it later. That's whenever I hear port, that's what comes to mind to me.
But that's why I said, as a back to formula segment, I'm like, that should not be the case in 2025. We've been hearing this for year after year after year after year. Last of Us PC needs an immediate fix. So-and-so PC needs an immediate fix. I'm like, then why didn't you? This is a game that was already dropping a year after the console release. Fix it. Like, take it back to formula, literally, fixed out the bugs, and then drop it when it's ready to go. Like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing here? Like, I agree with you, Tim. I think the gap between console and PC release is going to get shorter and shorter. But I think the overall thing of like, we got to optimize these things better, yo. Like, I shouldn't be like looking at one clip of Spider-Man swinging in 4K, 120 frames per second, and the most beautiful thing I've seen, and then it stutters and drops frames and crashes.
Nothing but faces and eyeballs hanging like the Assassin's Creed 4. Boy,
right. It's
was
like,
that an error?
Like, what are we? What's because it goes back to our conversations we had last week, S-Rank, of like, PC is not as user-friendly as it needs to be. It's such a uphill battle on PC. It's not, it says you gotta kind of like write. It's almost like back in the day we had to write down like a game cheat of like, okay, it was down, left, up,
your room
right.
Gotta be cold.
Yeah,
your room gotta be cold.
I gotta put my
your monitor's gotta be cold.
Right. I gotta put my monitor. Your computer gotta be its own fan. Yeah, bro. It's
quiet. You want this quantum drive chip? It has to be submerged under non-salted water.
Right, and that's after you spent $2,000 to buy it, like, for the chip.
And Wait, you just bought that chip? Next week we got a new NVIDIA Quantum Turbo. The $2,000 price point is now $5,000
Right,
price
with
point.
30% more cooling.
30% more cooler, and it's still stronger than my 4090. Like, oh man. Oh,
So
jeez.
another topic underneath the back to formula, which is open for debate, but I think we were kind of on the same page. I'm just curious to know as to your why. BioWare being now reportedly to be now under 100 employees working on Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game. Are we
back to formula? We are back to formula.
Because like when I hear that term, I kind of feel like that means scramble it. Because I kind of feel like if it didn't meet your financial expectations, now you're just scrambling to bring out something that, that's just gonna make you money. Because like even for example, I mean, I've been hearing, oh yeah, we're bringing back Need for Speed, but we're focused on Battlefield right now. It's kind of like bro, like these companies, they're hurting, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
These are not competent moves at all.
They are hurting so bad, bro. Like, because first of all, with me, when EA and their sports titles, I kind of feel like, all right, in 2025, do you really need a yearly release for these things, especially with patches and overhauls? And like I said, No Man's Sky has just released another. Well, 5 to 6 days ago, they released another update. Do you necessarily need this particular sports title to have a yearly release? Do you really need to? Because to be honest, that's the prime definition of a live service game to me.
Maybe from like a licensing standpoint, like if they don't release a new game, they have to
because I get it when the players shift. I mean, I don't know how that works. You got to deal with the NBA and NFL.
Right.
Mafia.
I would imagine that's the case.
But I would think that would make primary sense.
I mean, like we always say on this pod, bro, the things that make sense are the things that they run from.
It's because I kind of do feel like, yes, certain aspects of like even video games need to evolve, bro, because it's like, yes, bro, like if you're telling me if I buy this sports title 6 months after its release, I'm technically already too late.
Yes.
In a way.
Because you're now 6 months ahead of time from the new game you're about to get.
Yeah, because you're already gearing up just to sell me the next one. So it's like, what is the real purpose of this purchase? So
yeah, NFL games need to be live service
right now, bro, and they're just trying to bank on brand loyalty to get something out. Like, yeah, I get it. Andromeda didn't really do the best in their perspective. All right, so what about Mass Effect that you're going to bring that is going to change the state? And that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like,
listen, look, you like let's. I think we're forgetting some parts. The entire staff of Dragon Age is Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's in the breeze, yeah.
Is Yu-Gi-Oh
scattered to the wind.
Straight 5 pieces of Exodia. Mind crush. 5 pieces of Exodia summoning on the board.
We're not laughing at and making light of people losing their jobs.
No, we're not. We're crying. This laughter is tears. You ever something ever hurt so bad you just laughed?
Yes.
That's what this is. That's what this is, man. Like, I mean, like my goodness. And the thing is like, I really feel it's going to get to the point. You were a part of what team? Leave that out of your resume. Just leave it out of your resume. Leave it out of your resume.
Sabbatical for the past 5 years.
Yeah, just leave it out of your resume. Take a part-time job as a teacher somewhere. Do some arts and crafts. Come back. Get over your depression because you're gonna have to detox from the. You're gonna have to detox.
Yeah.
Get over the depression. Hire a therapist. Do whatever you got to do. And my goodness. Like Darkseid say, use the old ways. Ready the Armada, and you see what Dice is doing. They're using the old ways, and that's a segment right there. We will use the old ways. No, look at Astrobot. What did they do? They use the old ways.
Yeah, that man pretty much got on stage and said that we use Super Mario 64 as a template. It's like, well, it worked. You did a good job.
Sonic, what did you do in the latest movie? You used reference? You mean the old ways.
Right.
The old ways. So my thing, yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
go ahead.
in terms of Mass Effect, I'm like, let's not forget, we're also living in a post Baldur's Gate 3 world where my choices were endless in that game. I could do and be whoever I wanted, and the writing for these choices were good.
How was the story and as a whole? Was it a 10? Because I never get the complete review.
Me either, but like apparently it's hovering anywhere between an 8 to a 10, depending on who you talk to.
Okay. For The Witcher, I get quick, clear answers. For Baldur's Gate, okay, if it's between an 8 and a 10.
Some people went all the way through. Some people like that said the last act is a little wonky, but I'm just like, for a game that had that many choices to still kind of be in that ballpark of like, hey, they didn't fumble the last part, but they didn't quite. I'm like that. Hey,
I mean, if I know this is off topic, but this to me, in my opinion, this was the year of the second man. And what do I mean by that? Yeah, this for the last probably I'd say from 2023, mid 2023 till now was the year of the second man, meaning the companies that weren't your big companies, they were themselves through and through are the ones that are excelling now.
Okay.
You know, like they're unapologetically themselves. Warframe is unapologetically themselves. You know what I'm saying? Focus Entertainment is unapologetically themselves. Like they got games that's out, and for them to be 7s, that's actually very good. 7.5s, no 6s. I enjoyed Evil West.
So did I.
I enjoyed it, man. I said, dog, this is a video game.
Definitely had a little bit of AA jank, but overall,
oh no, but that's that good 360 jank.
Yeah, bro. Like I can see the invisible wall.
We didn't have enough time. Yeah, you know it's because we didn't have enough time. You know it's because they didn't have enough time. Otherwise, they would have gave you the move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was the year of the second man. Focus Entertainment is balling, in my opinion. It's the year of the second man. Look at how much fun people were having with until Sony decided to mess it up with I almost said Killzone. Helldivers. You know what I'm saying? I almost said Killzone. Jeez. Like Helldivers 2. Look how much fun they were having with that, man. Look how much fun people were having with that. It's the year of the second man. Games that weren't supposed to be on paper as good are like now. Woohoo.
Yeah. I know. I'm with you.
There are many examples. Little Big Planet. Big example. What else? Not Little Big Planet. Astrobot. Sorry. Astrobot. Mario Wonder. That wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't expecting that to be.
For real. That game, I told y'all, I'm like, that game is a lot of fun. It's just creative for creative sake. Sure, Mario's an elephant now,
Kirby
whatever.
game. You know, the Kirby game. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just like, man. Dread. Metroid Prime. I mean, that's a flagship game, but Nintendo don't care about Samus. They don't care about Samus. They don't care about Star Fox. They don't care about Captain Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, those are the most advertised characters that are played on your Smash Brothers game, but I'll digress.
They don't even care about Smash Brothers if we keep it in the book, but that's a conversation for another time.
just one man.
Yeah, if we keep it in the book. If it wasn't for the talent of one man, boy, that they would be like, what's Smash Brothers? But the other things that were on the Back to Formula docket, which we can, I guess, cover real quick, is Multiversus is ending in the spring.
Told you.
No, yeah, I mean, we've said it before. Like, you had the closest thing that you could probably get to a Smash Brothers contender, and you decided to trip over your own shoelaces again with your IP again. So it's almost like, again, I feel bad for the developers, but I'm like, Warner Brothers, just stop. Back to form.
No.
Take it back to the lab.
No. But it's. Does Warner Brothers own HBO?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a property of theirs.
Okay, that's everything you guys need to know. It's MasterCard. It's everywhere you want to be. It's done. It's
so
done.
That explains the Game of Thrones game for no reason.
Nothing. Like, okay. You mean to tell me I'm gonna put my Game of Thrones world is not fantastical? You can only tell that game successfully through a Tattletale game.
Telltale.
Where choices, Telltale game. I'm sorry, Telltale game. 'Cause, I'm not really familiar with the company. I just, Telltale game. Um, it's best done that way, because you already have Lord of the Rings: Shadow of Mordor, right? Tell us another story. I don't care if we're not a Wraith Elf anymore, Calibrimgor. Let's go beyond it if we can. Like, this is where you have the liberty to be a game, right? Marvel Rivals is a success because it chose to be a game first. We don't care that this doesn't look like Wolverine from the movies, because Wolverine from the movies is not the main continuity. We don't care. We want where it was birthed. If it was birthed in the realm of creativity and unique character designs, let's see some of that. Let's see some of that.
Yeah,
and therefore, you got that. Like, there's no way in the as this segment, like, they have to go back to formula, but they can't, because they're literally going back to formula because they're nothing no more.
Right.
HBO is no longer HBO. It's called Max. How original. Who's making these? Who's at these board meetings? How old are these boomers?
I don't know, bro. I don't, like, when I look at that roster sometimes in Multiversus, I'm like, why in what world, when you have these IPs, you're like, I'm gonna have Arya Stark fight Batman, and this is gonna be amazing. And then I'm gonna introduce characters from the Adventures of.
Why is Arya Stark in the game? And Game of Thrones is for what age group exactly?
Right.
But I think it was meant to be wonky, though. I really did think it was. I mean, I was looking through some forums, and certain people, there was actually a good crowd of people. They actually did like it. They actually liked the wonkiness of it. They felt like it was something that you could just build with. And I kind of feel like that's where these companies are not understanding that this is something that you could have built on. But, due to WB's crazed state, it was going to be tore apart, bro. It was going to be tore apart. Like Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, and then their biggest announcement to say back to formula was they said the properties that they're going to focus on: Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, Batman, and I forgot what the other one was.
Harry Potter.
And it's like, well, yeah, like they said, they're scrambling. They're about to sell you another Arkham title, prequel, sequel, in the middle.
Every part of the game did numbers. You did nothing with.
Nothing
with it, bro. Oh, when we released a Quidditch game. Yeah, you mean that DLC that was supposed to be part of the main game?
What?
And like I said, bro, Hogwarts Legacy stay on sale, bro. Every Sony sales, Hogwarts Legacy is on sale.
Apparently, Batman VR is probably one of the most better written Batman games they've gotten in years, and it's only on your Meta Quest.
Yeah.
Why?
Just to be honest, bro, like I said, man, like, some of these properties, yes, there's room to grow, but then it's just like, bro, like I said, man, there's a lot of Hollywood economics that are just getting involved. And when you got a property like WB, which is connected to HBO, that's also very scary territory. Because they always they're trying to connect it to something else.
Super scary.
So Tim, what you're telling me is that we're going to be getting a White Lotus Among Us at some point? Is that what I'm hearing? Clue, a who did it, a who done it, White Lotus.
Actually, the game. That would actually be very interesting.
No, it wouldn't, Tim. No, it wouldn't. I was joking.
I mean, all right. I like murder mystery. So
do I.
But yeah, and that's what I'm saying, bro. It's very scary territory to be in, because like I said, bro, once the T1000 drops, bro, this game is just going to be.
Gentlemen,
in the
it's been a pleasure.
In the words of Kenshiro,
like this hype for Conan is just.
It came in.
You mean Thunder? Not Chief Thunder. What's his name again, man? What's the barbarian name we get from Killer Instinct, man?
Thunderhawk? No, not Thunderhawk.
No, it's not Thunder.
And yeah,
Chief Thunder. Yeah.
Last back to formula segment though, which is kind of weird timing because they apparently are celebrating a level of success. Sparking Zero has sold 5 million copies as of the time of this recording, which is the fastest selling Dragon Ball Z game that's been out in years. But to Tim's point of not caring, that DLC of Superhero came out and disappeared just as fast.
Because it's color, it's palettes, bro. It's palettes.
More
like
toys
yeah,
for
like
the bucks.
you got 4 versions of Piccolo to do like 2 of the same moves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Gohan.
2 of his forms are literally just literally palette swaps.
Literally just palette swaps, bro. That's all it is. And it's like I said, bro, I just
no red ribbon base, no more customizable moves, no new maps in general, no modes worth investing in. I'm like, this is, and again, it's beautiful. Like I'm like, Beast Gohan's model, his ultimate. I'm like,
and then,
the colors is coloring, but
they're gonna drop a diamond pack. They might drop granola and whatever, but it's just that's all it is, bro. Yeah. It's just
Toys
color palettes, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I just kind of felt like, bro. I stand to what I said, bro. Fighter Z is right there.
But Fighter Z ain't sell 5 million, Tim.
I don't care. The quality speaks for itself.
Namco Bandai care.
I mean, they could. I mean, because that's what it was for, bro. They knew people want that mindless consumerism of just because they saw it with Xenoverse, bro. As much as they complained,
they bought it.
Oh, you want extra buff Jiren? Okay. You want Jiren with no show on? Okay.
I'll sell them
you want 4 versions of Dragon Ball Super Broly? Okay.
Man.
And so like here comes Daima Vegeta. Oh, you want mini Vegeta?
Well, that
Super Saiyan mini Vegeta.
Who did one attack, if that, in that form?
oh yeah, but he goes Super Saiyan 3 now.
Yeah, we spent a little bit of budget on the episode, so just imagine being able to do that in the yeah.
Oh, you want Majin Do and what's the other one?
Cool.
All right.
Because apparently Toriyama's a Star Wars fan and Dooku. I said, all right, whatever. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, right?
We definitely going.
Whatever.
We're definitely going to listen to everything he has to say.
Abra's father's name is Abra, right? Why not? Right? Where's his sister Cabra, right? If this is what we're doing, abracadabra, right? Like, come on now, like
man, like yo. First form, the second form cell was supposed to be perfect cell.
Right.
Editor, where are you?
Where's
Editor,
that guy? Where's the Android Saga editor to come in like, listen.
You want to do what?
Y'all got to tell him no.
Fix this.
So like, but once after some of those like, if they do some of those super arcs as characters, it's kind of like, all right, so where does this game go from there? Like after the granola arc and the memorial arc is like, what are we doing with this property?